Trust me, you have not seen a vampire movie like this. It's 31 Days of Horror and it's day 25 and we are watching the movie The Addiction. We follow a college student named Kathleen who's just living her day-to-day life until she's attacked by a vampire on the street. After she gets bit, she actually reports it to a police because she just thinks it's a random attack. Until she starts feeling sick from the bite and she's like sweating and feeling pain in her bed and she just does not feel well. She even checks herself into the hospital because she thinks something's wrong with her. As she slowly turns into a vampire, she drinks blood in a very interesting way, which is injecting herself with blood using needles. You also notice small details around her house like her covering up her mirrors. Her thirst for blood in this movie is shown as if she has a drug addiction. But then she starts feeding on people the old-fashioned way by just biting them in the neck, and we also see signs of her having super strength. Kathy starts to slowly lose her mind as her situation sets in more, and she starts freaking out her close friends. She has this weird saying that she tells people that she's normally about to bite, which is, "Why don't you tell me to leave you alone like you mean it?" We also get the great Christopher Walken in this movie, who is a fellow vampire, which he shows her how to be a better vampire to an extent. While there is blood in this movie, every time a vampire bites someone, it's just covered in blood. We never see bite marks or actual wounds, which is kind of odd. This movie has heavy undertones of drug addiction with how she acts throughout the movie and how she spreads her curse. While I can appreciate the look of this film and how it's shot, the thing that hurts this movie the most is its paper-thin story. I get what they were trying to go for, but it felt like we were watching segments of her life and they were just skipping over the important parts and dealing more deeper into her drug addiction for vampires. Like, sure, it was super obvious what they were going for, but I just feel like they didn't push it far enough. Like, I don't mind movies that have a deeper underlying meaning, but have a coherent storyline that goes with it. It was just very run-of-the-mill and very simplistic and didn't separate itself far enough to being truly unique like it wanted it to be. That is what's holding this movie back the most, but it was a fine vampire flick about addiction. On a scare meter, this gets a 0 out of 10. On a blood meter, this gets a 2 out of 10. And that's why I give The Addiction a 6 out of 10. If you guys like this review, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.